Gunners trust only one ally, their powerful transforming gun. They do not care about good and evil. All that truly matters is their weapon, and they have no qualms about putting it to use. Their transforming gun can take on many forms. The weapon's machine gun mode is capable of mowing down entire battlefields. Heaving the gun onto their shoulder, the hero converts the weapon into a plasma rifle, blasting their enemies with superheated matter. And for those who underestimate the power of long-range technology, the gunner can bring out the heavy artillery. Setting the gun on its mount and sending missile barrages raining down upon unsuspecting enemy ranks. The gunner is deadly at long distances, but even at close range they still pose a great threat thanks to their flamethrower, allowing the gunner to face attackers head-on with jets of liquid death. In tough situations where gunners find themselves surrounded by enemies, they can instantly teleport to a safe distance and fall back on their decisive failsafe. An orbital strike that will devastate all foes unfortunate enough to be caught in the massive bombardment. The gunner is a ranged, high-tech warrior who is a great choice for fans of big guns, area of effect damage, and active combat. Use the accuracy and skill of this weapons expert to gain the upper hand and wreak havoc in the ranks of your opponents. The Berserker is a fighter who knows no fear. They strike terror into the hearts of their opponents and become a pillar of strength for their allies. This ruthless savage cannot imagine a day without a good fight. Filled with rage, they feel no pain, and dangerous wounds are never enough to drive them off the battlefield. The Berserker's mighty weapon is a huge electric saw sword, which can inflict massive damage to enemies very quickly, and their crippling blow will incapacitate even the most powerful adversary. Crushing throw will toss the enemy up in the air and smash them violently against the ground. Firestorm will scorch everyone within range, inflicting massive damage. And the Tectonic Blast ability will make the ground around the furious warrior explode, erupting with streams of devastating lava. The Berserker can easily cover a great distance with a single leap, quickly reaching and crippling their enemies. Consumed by battle frenzy, the Berserker performs carnage, slicing their victim to shreds. Their thundering roar will strike fear into the hearts of even the bravest enemies. But the greatest advantage comes from the gladiator stance. The flames of fury around the Berserker fill them with so much power that trying to escape is futile. The Berserker can single-handedly crush a powerful enemy with an overwhelming series of strikes.
The Cryomancer is one of the first classes that players can master in Skyforge. Those who choose this path are going to master the dangerous and fascinating power of cold. With the help of his cryogenerator, the Cryomancer is able to turn the world around him into a frozen wasteland, and his opponents into fragile, intricate statues. Cold is a means of control. It can easily weaken, slow down, and even immobilize one or several opponents. This Lord of Ice and Snow is quite comfortable, both in the thick of battle and fighting at a distance. Shattered Storm allows you to make quick attacks, and Icy Missile pierces and immobilizes particularly bothersome enemies. The victim of a lethal strike will be encased in ice and crumble into small pieces as it shatters. Ice Statue will distract and slow down attackers. Whiteout hits multiple targets at once. Glacial Fangs will strike both the enemy and its fellows. And when Ice Comet falls from the skies, many will find themselves under its shadow. The Cryomancer can use his icy trails to move swiftly across the battlefield, slowing and damaging the enemies pursuing him. Snowball will bulldoze through hostile creatures and send them flying. and the Cryomancer's most powerful ability, Frost Shackles, will turn the ground under their feet into a frozen tundra, and the enemies into elegant crystal figures. The Cryomancer is a great choice for those who prefer action to standing still.
The Paladin is a fearless warrior and defender of the oppressed, filled with righteous anger. He faces the enemy head-on, protecting his allies and drawing attackers away from them. Skillfully wielding his sword, he charges into the thick of battle. No danger can make Paladin retreat. His safety is ensured with the protection of his celestial shield. Waves of holiness will draw Paladin's enemies to him, where he will call down a divine scourge upon them. In an instant, the celestial shield will explode, and the shock wave will knock stunned enemies from their feet. If enemies fail to turn their backs and flee, he will unleash his ultimate fury, summoning thunder and lightning to strike opponents down. When the battle ends, the Paladin's wounds will be the first to heal, and he will be ready for the next fight. His Justice Blade will strike the enemies again, and none will escape his punishing bullets. No enemy's skills can match the glorious figure of the Paladin as he soars to the heavens, tearing through hostile spells to bring his righteous might down upon his enemies. Paladins are no stranger to the heat of battle. They enjoy bloody fights and dramatic combo attacks.
The Lightbinder, a wise and noble warrior who regards life as a precious gift. Mastering the power of light, they protect their allies, shielding them from enemy attacks. But their kindness is not without limit. Directing their powers against an enemy, a Lightbinder is capable of inflicting massive damage at a significant distance. The Lightbinder's presence can shape the outcome of an entire battle. Using the ability Halo, they can protect entire groups from damage, or they can elect to surround an ally with unstable shield, negating incoming damage before detonating in a flash of light. With Blessing of